What's up, y'all? It's Joe Jeezy, and we are back with episode 7 of Get to the Root, sis. Y'all, I am so excited. This is like the season finale. This is going to be wrapping up this first season of Get to the Root, sis. Like, y'all, I cannot explain how excited and how proud of myself I am. Like, I'm so proud of myself, and I'm so excited to be interviewing and to bring on our first guest, because they'll be right here. I haven't made up my mind yet whether I'm gonna record right here or if I'm gonna look for like a bigger space. Like, I don't know, whatever work out. I'm not gonna stress too much about it, because if I stress about it and you procrastinate about it, like, the video's never gonna, I'm not gonna, I don't want to drop the video too late. Okay, so I'm trying to get my ducks in a row, because yeah, next episode is gonna be fire. Every episode is gonna go what? Up. Like, every episode will get better and better and better. And like, I cannot explain to y'all how excited and how proud of myself I am. I'm so proud of myself. I am. Like, just to think, soon I will be able to talk so fluently. Like, literally, y'all gonna be able to understand. Like, and I'm not saying that y'all don't understand me now, but just, like, I know I be all over the place. I talk fast, and sometimes my words don't come out right. Sometimes, like, I be, when I go back and look at the video, I'm like, dang, I ain't said that right. But I'm not, I'm not dwelling on it. God removed shame. He removed fear away from me, because I had to get to the root. Like, I had to get to the root, because me being, like, me stumbling and talking so fast, trying to get all my words out, I had me thinking that I was, slow. Like, I was crazy. Like, like, deaf and dumb spirit, because how I stutter. But I got to the root of it. It's just ADHD. I got so much wisdom, so much knowledge, I'm full of so much wisdom, so much knowledge, and I got so much to say. And my brain is just moving at 100 miles per hour. And so I just be trying to get so much out, and I sometimes I have to tell myself, calm down. And I can just feel my nervous system just, and it's just amazing, because like I said, I for a long time, I just thought I was just, talk crazy and, sound crazy, and people was not understanding me until he sent the right people in my life and said, JoJo, you know what I'm saying? That sound good. Like, that makes so much sense. Like, I ain't know you talk like that. I ain't know you know what I'm saying? People really out here was thinking I was like slow or crazy, because, I ain't gonna say slow, but just a clown, just a jokester. But most of those people, y'all, is full of knowledge. Most of those people are God's favorite, and they're chosen. People that make you laugh, people that have a story behind the laughter, because they trying to make other people laugh, because they got so much going on with them themselves. So just seeing other people laugh just bring the joy, just bring the happiness and the healing within ourselves. So, God blessed me with that gift of making people happy, making people laugh, and now I can help make people heal and help make people get to the root of the issues, and let people understand that, baby, we all out here going through things. Like, your favorite rapper, your favorite singer, everybody out here going through things, and it just makes life so easier when you can just pinpoint the root of the issue and just say, okay, yeah, this is just gonna be, I'm not gonna sit in this depression, but I'm finna figure out the reason of this depression, the reason, whatever God is trying to show me in this storm. So just to pinpoint that and just say, okay, yeah, this is going on because of this. Okay, Lord, what do you that's the shift of their mindset? Like, okay, Lord, what are you trying to show me? Because if you blessing me with this storm, we finna stump our head. We finna A-town stomp on the devil's head, so he can understand that, yeah, you not finna, just because this is something I'm going through, I'm not finna stay here. I'm not finna get stuck here. I'm not finna look at other folks and just thinking their life is going good, and now I'm a hater. Now I'm looking at them, comparing them, or I'm hating on them because I don't have my life together, because thinking they got their life together the whole time, they probably going through things too. It's just how they wearing it. So I just want people to be comfortable and be comfortable with just being vulnerable, and like, it may not be for you to tell everybody what you're going through, but you can, somebody, your therapist, God, just sit in the car, talk to God, and just be vulnerable, because he knows exactly what you're going through. But just to hear yourself talk, I realize just actually hearing yourself talk about what you're going through brings so much closure. Like I remember when I first started, and I'm just, you know, just talking about it, like, cause I was the person just held everything in, but just talking about it brought so much clarity. Like, dang, okay, like just hearing myself talk about it made everything better. Like, okay, now I'm really understanding it. Like, that sound like that was a me problem. So like that's all. Like I'm just so excited to just help the next person. That's my motto. I'm not getting on here for the lights, for to go be famous, to be known, none of that. But just to know that I can help somebody, bro. Mentally, I'm excited. I'm excited for what God is about to do with my life, bro. And in your life. Seriously. Like, get to the root, sis. Get to the root. So y'all, let's get on to this episode. And I'm gonna break down, tell y'all exactly what I'm gonna be talking about in this episode. This is the season finale, and I'm just basically gonna be talking about everything, and everything that I've learned throughout this 5-year journey. This year to be 6, because God is still working on me. God is still, God is still convicting me. God is still saying, hey, you gotta grow up in that area. You know what I'm saying? You're a little stronger. You can go in places now, and you know what I'm saying? You took a break out, but you can go in some places, and you can still have your light, and still and don't let that nobody dim me, and not saying that mean like dimming yourself, but dimming yourself in Christ. He's showing me, hey, okay, so you don't got sober off being weed, but let's not pick up another habit, okay? Okay, so he's just directing my path, y'all, and like that's just all it is. He's directing my path. I'm not perfect, but he just don't want. He know the things that'll make me feel. He know the things that'll make me go back. And he said, hey, you can't, you can be in the world, but you can't be of it. Okay. And he's my dad, and I'm just so thankful that he allowed me to be myself. I don't want people to see me and say, I seen JoJo last night, and why she up here? Why was she talking to so-and-so, knowing so-and-so doing this, and she on a different, level or whatever. I don't want people to look that, baby, I talk to him, bro. I go stand in the hood, baby, and talk to some hood people, and you know what I'm saying? Long as that's just my motto, just to help somebody else, bro. And I can just see other people's life, and I don't that don't mean just because where they at, that don't mean they don't have no relationship with God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just because they doing this, they a stripper, whatever, they don't mean they don't have no relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? If I can help them, if I can say, hey, you know what I'm saying, I too, I just to pinpoint the things that the Lord probably don't want you to do no more. Or just, or he just bring you out in that season so you can find out who you is and find out the things that you don't need to be around. And you can just realize, okay, I feel so much better if I was in that space. Like, I don't know. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited for what he's about to do in my life, what he's still doing in my life. And like I told him, God, if you don't do nothing else, if you, and I mean this, you don't do nothing else for me, if you don't do nothing else for Joe Jeezy, you literally have done enough. You literally has took my mindset to think positive. And that right there is a blessing. That right there is something to be thankful of. So like I said, I just want people that look like me, or people that, you know what I'm saying, that in the clubs, that, do this, do that you can still have a relationship with God. And that don't mean he's gonna, you gotta stop doing what you're doing right then and there. And, it's the heart posture that's gonna change over the time. Like you be like, you will hear the conviction. You hear God say, okay, I need you to be out there, in that space. I just want people to seek their relationship with God, no matter what. It don't matter what you're doing. It don't matter it don't matter. It don't matter where you at. It don't matter how your lifestyle look. It don't matter if you don't go to church. Just seek that relationship with God, bro. It's 10 out of 10 recommend. 10 out of 10 recommend. And I don't care I don't care how, you know what I'm saying, I fall short. I still praise God. I still acknowledge that man. I still acknowledge the God, I'm struggling with this. Now I'm struggling with this. And he'll tell me, well, you need to stop struggling. This is why you're struggling with this. You know what I'm saying? This is why, you know what I'm saying, you can't get off track. You still have to move, you have to move a certain way. Okay? For example, if they giving out shots and this is just drink you some wine, okay? If you just drink you some wine, baby. But the liquor, it's no, ma'am, okay? Sober, okay? They're just for me. They're just for me now. So I'm just, it's everything is a work in progress. Everything, like, I'm just so thankful that I can hear the Lord, and I can just, he still haven't left me. He still, each year I go up. Each year I found out new things about me that I need to change, that I need to, hey, you need to work on that. Hey, each year. And I'm just so excited. Like, it's just like, like I said, that's my dad. And I'm just, if whatever he did for me with, he tell me I can't do, then I just have to listen. I have to listen, because I know I don't want to deal with the consequences. I want to deal with the consequences, okay? I want to be obedient as much as I can. Just releasing this podcast, it shows my, this obedience, because, like I said, once I felt like, I talk crazy, ain't nobody gonna understand me. And then I said, okay, that's why I gotta pray for the spirit of boldness. I bind out rebuke shame, fear, anxiety, anxiousness. So when he's tell me, okay, you dealing with this, or he sent somebody in my life, you dealing with this. Now I know how to pray for it. I don't get upset or get offended. No, I thank you, because now I know what to pray for. Now I know what to look for in my life. Like, keep working on me, God. Keep working on me. Keep working on me. And even if you don't do, like, even if you don't, do nothing, I'm still gonna praise your name, okay? So sometimes he probably will take a step back and say, let me see if she's still gonna praise my name. Let me see if she's still gonna be down with me. I'm a loyal, baby. I'm a loyal guy. If I could be a loyal person on this earth to your people, I'm loyal to you. But I'm loyal to you. That's your loyalty in me. Okay? The loyalty, So let me get into this episode, y'all. Okay, so let me talk about what we're gonna be talking about in episode 7. This final episode is about the full journey. Not just what I survived, but who I became. From postpartum depression in 2019 to the birth of the podcast in 2025. God was never absent. Even when I felt lost, script, betrayal, and broken, he was doing the root work. He allowed me to lose things I thought I needed, so I could find what I actually lacked: identity, boundaries, discipline, self-worth, and truth. Each year peeled back a layer. He exposed survival mode and taught me how to rest. He revealed people-pleasing and taught me boundaries. He allowed loss, rejection, and grief so I could learn how to grieve properly. He stripped distractions so I could walk in the alignment. He confronted my identity so I could stand in authority. There were years I felt like I was losing my mind, but God was actually renewing it. There were seasons I thought I was falling behind, but God was repositioning me. There were moments I wanted to answer immediately. There were moments I wanted answers immediately, but God was teaching me patience and trust. He taught me that some people are seasonal, not lifelong, and that doesn't make them bad. He taught me that the peace is more vulnerable than money. He taught me that receiving is not pride. He taught me that isolation can be preparation and not punishment. He taught me that healing is not linear, but it's intentional. Most of all, he taught me who I am. I am not my trauma. I am not my survival habits. I am not my losses. I am not what I've been through. I am who God says I am. This podcast was birthed from obedience, not perfection, from pain transformed into purpose, from wounds that became wisdom. Episode 7 isn't the end of this story. It's just a confirmation. Woo! That's powerful, y'all. Healing is powerful. That growth is real. When God gets to the root, nothing is wasted. And if he did it for me, he can do it for you. Woo! Woo! Just to hear that, I know I wrote it, but just to hear that, literally, just hear it, bro. It's powerful, man. If he did it for me, he can do it for you. Yeah. I don't think y'all heard me. If he did it for me, he can do it for you. Let's get on to the episode, okay? So when I was transforming my thought, that was like in 2023. You know, I'm healing. You know, I'm healing. I'm recognizing the traits, the disciples, the patterns, and I didn't realize that my mindset was too changing. Like the way I thought, everything was just changing. And I would always say, and I still say to this day, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And I've said that, and my brain literally processed it. Like everything happened for a reason. So I changed the way I talk. I changed the way, you know, just how my negativity literally changed like to positive. Like growth really required a mindset shift. It did. Like that's where growth started. Like if you constantly just saying, you know, dang, like, you know, when you go through those things, tests, like those are really tests. When you go through those same tests, the same trials, you know, it's just like, okay, you gotta sit and think, okay, I went through the same thing last year. I was depressed. I was, you know, like I'm finna lose my mind. So now that I got the same thing the same year, I'm saying, okay, God, what are you trying to teach me in this moment? What are the teachable moments that you're trying to teach me in this moment? Everything happened for a reason, right? So God, what are you trying to teach me? Okay, like, what are you trying to teach me? I'm gonna share this, y'all. I like I said, God removed shame from me. Okay, I'm not shameful, and I've told people, you know, this and they was like, JoJo, I ain't know, but y'all, I used to shoplift. And sometimes when I first started shoplifting, I didn't have that, you know, I wasn't as financially stable that I, you know, am today. But then I knew it was a spirit, because when I had money, I'm still shoplifting. So I didn't realize, you know, when you shoplifting, like, you know, self-checkout, or they had, you know, just self-checkout, just for example, self-checkout, Walmart. You thinking like, you know, ain't nobody watching. Like when self-checkout, everybody was like, oh yeah, it's finna go down. Like it's really on. Like everything finna be free. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I not lying? A lot of people scared, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people may think like that, but a lot of people was like, yeah, self-checkout, yeah, everything finna be on me. Everything on me. So I would do that, and then things would show up in my life where I'm misplacing things. One time I lost $700. I lost $700. One time, like when I was living like in Sawashi, everything used to just come up missing. People used to steal from me, and at that time I didn't realize, you know what I'm saying? I didn't realize that the things that I was putting out in the, you know, I was doing, that was really coming back to me. It was really coming back to me and bite me. But they say karma, but that's really God. You know, God really, you know, you whatever you put out, you know, God, it's coming back. It's coming back. Whether, you know, I always been kind. I always be nice to people, but I didn't realize that a lot of those things that I was doing came back on me, and that's the reason why I was going through a lot of chaos in my life. A lot of, you know, everything. Chaos in my life. I'm crying. Like, you know, I'll never steal from a person. So just somebody stealing from me used to just break my heart. Like, why y'all, you know, why would you steal from me when I just give it to you? But just because it's a store, JoJo, you still breaking laws. You still breaking laws. Just because it's not nobody, it's the folks store, it's you still breaking laws. So that things, it was coming back to me. So I'm thinking like, and it come back, you know, it didn't happen right then there, but later on in my life, I'm like, dang, you know. So then, now that I got the knowledge, the wisdom and knowledge that this is, you know, everything was, you know, coming back to me from what I used to put out, what I used to do. Now I gotta repent. Now I gotta repent. That's also was a bloodline curse. Shoplifting. My mom used to steal. My brother used to steal. My grandma used to steal. My mom used to steal, and she used to make it as a lifestyle and selling it. So it's just like, okay, a lot of these traits came from my mom. Like I'm noticing it. I'm still stealing, and I got money. So now I'm like, okay, this is a bloodline. This is a bloodline curse. And then, you know, the God, like I said, God gave me the wisdom, the knowledge to understand that the things that I had done in my life was coming back on me. So I had to acknowledge those things, and I had to pray, and I had to repent. God, you know, forgive me, Lord. for the things I used to do, for things I've done, the things I'm doing, and thinking just because, you know what I'm saying, don't nobody see me. You see me. You see me. You got the money, go buy, girl. So when I pinpointed that, and I think the last time, what made me realize that, when I lost my $700, y'all, and that was just last year. I lost $700. It was, I had a pocket up. I don't keep cash on me, so I had like a wallet full of cash, and I dropped it in the store. I don't know. I don't know where I was. I went to 2 different stores at the time. I was just going back and forth, but I dropped it in the store, y'all. I was devastated. $700, and that day I already knew, you know what I'm saying, things happen for a reason, or you know, everything, you know, I knew then, but then I'm like, $700, Lord, I ain't, you know. But then I had to, you know, realize the things that I did in my life. And it came back. So then I didn't stay there too long. I was sick. I was sick for like 2 days. I was still talking about that. But God, and I'm gonna say 2 days. I probably was sick for 1 day, and God, he quickly, you gotta snap out of it. So he said, what if somebody needed that money? What if somebody found it and you was a blessing to them? So then I said, Lord, whoever got that money, Lord, let it bless them 100-fold. Like, let it bless them. And Lord, forgive me if I've done anything that I wasn't supposed to do for me to have this come back on me, regardless. And I was over it. I still talk about it to this day, but you know, I was over it. Like, I didn't let that consume my attitude and my energy. If I would have keep dwelling on it, like that day, I was like sick. I was going to place to place. Let me see the cameras, like, you know what I'm saying, place to place. Really finna get mad. Like, I know y'all see, like, I know I had my wallet. I was in children's place. I know I had my wallet. It's small in here. Yeah, they're in my mind on you know, flesh, like, yo, they don't got your money and they don't split it. So I'm really just really hot. So I really wanted to go back and say, yeah, y'all took my money. It's great. Just let me get my wallet. Let me get my wallet. But I had to let that go. And I just, you know, I just let that go. Just to shift the mindset. So yeah, in 2024, I started really thanking God for my problems. Like, really thanking God for everything, every storm, I started to thanking God for it. Like, even though I'm like, I'm thinking about it, it's on my mind heavy, I'm like really thanking God for it. I used, like, even like in 2025, I remember God said, you know what I'm saying, you can sit in it, but I want, at the end of the day, I want you to seal it with a praise. I want you to seal it with a praise. What? So I would find myself in the moments of things, just thinking about, you know, thinking about things that I was going through, or thinking about things that was happening to me, and I found myself at night just praying, praising God. Literally, God said, seal it with a praise, and I did. Didn't understand it, but I did, and I bet I did later on. Why, you know, shift your mindset to think positive. Not negative, positive. Start saying everything happened for a reason, even if it just don't make sense. Everything happened for a reason. So if you a person say, Lord, why me? Lord, why me? Lord, why not me? Why not me? Lord, why not me? What do you teach me in this moment? Because I know it's a teachable moment. Why not me? So shift your mindset to why me, to why not me. Why not me? I go like, that's why I don't mind sharing my story. Never been, I ain't gonna say never been embarrassed by the things I went through, but just the shame. Shame did creep up on me. So when in 2023, I would say, God told me to start releasing, you know, I started to just moving around, just, you know, trying to figure out what my platform was, going on Facebook talking, and, you know, I was still struggling with identity. So a lot of people weren't talking back. So I'm like, Lord have mercy. Like, what are they thinking of me? Like, just, what are, am I talking right? Is they understanding? Like, so I'm like, that wasn't my platform. That wasn't my platform because for one, I still didn't know my identity. I still was worried about what people thought. I still was dealing with shame. Still was dealing with fear. So I'm like, that wasn't my platform. So I'm moving around. So then I started to post like the chapters on TikTok. Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, and just talking about the things that I was going through. Didn't know God was preparing me for this very moment, because I'm the type of person I don't talk about my problems. I don't talk about the things that I go through. I'm a private person. I let people know exactly what I want them to know. But the things that God was blessing me with, the things that was even the things that was coming back on me because of the things that I put out. Somebody needs to know that, and God told me to do it, and I was just only obedient. And just to see the people come in and just the feedback, so people see me in public and say, JoJo, you helped me with that, JoJo, you know what I'm saying, like, you crazy, you funny, but you know what I'm saying, your videos really be helping me, just to hear that. And it wasn't that many people, you know what I'm saying, but that just was the start. That's all I needed, honestly. That's all I needed, but I knew God was telling me to do that, and I knew, what I'm saying, that was the only way, God was he felt like I was gonna build my character. I was gonna build that identity, because I didn't, I would think about the flesh was help me thinking, look at them just watching your thing. You look at your friend watching you, and ain't coming, ain't liking it, ain't support you. Look at that girl on on Facebook just liking. You just see the people that I know just watching me, and that shame, that fear, that shame would just show up because people were just watching me. But I still was keeping going, sharing my story, because God was preparing me for this very moment. I never wanted people to look at me and think my life was perfect. Never. I never wanted to be this perfect person. Never. That's why for a long time I used to dim myself, dim my light, and not just in Christ, but dim who I was, and how how energetic I am, and because when people say you don't go through nothing, or you know what I'm saying, you don't understand, because baby, you don't know what you don't know what they have. But laughing was something God blessed me with. Comedy was something God blessed me with, to bless somebody else, to make somebody else laugh. Because laughing, whether you know it or not, is healing. Laughing is healing. Scientific fact. Like, I want people to say, if JoJo can go through this, if JoJo can go through all things she's been through, still laugh, still smile, still show up, still be kind, then Lord, help me through my storm. And Lord, I know you can help me through my storm. Like, I know I can get through my storm. Because I was going through storms, y'all. And it was just warfare. It was warfare. I ain't know nothing about no warfare. It was just warfare. Warfare. Things I needed to go through. God said, yeah, you want a relationship with me, but let's clean you up. Let's clean you up, because these things gonna block you from your true self. These things gonna block you from really get to know me. Let's give you the wisdom and knowledge to understand that you can't be in these places. You gotta ruin yourself, because you're becoming somebody that I called you to be. Everybody's story don't look like yours. Everybody's journey don't look like yours. I'm so real. Like I'm so, like, I walk in my truth. Like, I'm not perfect. I still fall short, and I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I still got some growing to do. Stuff still show up in my life, and it say, yeah, it's showing up in different forms now. So I want you to acknowledge that, and still, I need you to still pray for your identity. I need you to still pray for your relationship with God. I said you need you to pray for, saying, not knowing yourself, the shame, the fear, the spirit of boldness. I realized the spirit of boldness. I said, I seen some girls at the at my child's game, and I like coming out, like being, just coming out, being knowing my identity. I really was very, like, I'm very vocal, and I tell you, you know, you so pretty. Like I wanted to tell this group of girls, like they were siblings, and I wanted to tell them, y'all look so pretty. And I wanted to tell their mom, these your kids? Cause yeah, you did that. You did that. They teeth. But it was that shame, that fear. That fear was coming up, like, you know. And I was just, you know, cause like normally people think, like, people didn't know this, but I go in public and I really was shy. I really was awkward because I didn't know what to say. Then I'm getting in the car later, like, Lord, did I say that right? Lord, did they think I was weird? And I still feel that showing up in my life. But I'm like, no, in the name of Jesus, no. In the name of Jesus, no. Cause just giving somebody a compliment, you just never know what that'll do for them. Don't withhold it. Don't withhold it. So I just felt, you know, I didn't beat myself up, but I felt bad. Like, you know, I wanted to say this and I ain't said it. Like, you know. And even when I went to Sound Club, and this girl said, "Oh, that's JoJo. Hey, JoJo," and I didn't know who she was. And I'm like, "Hey, girl," and I'm like, just nervous, throwing up gang signs. I'm trying to do this. I'm throwing up gang signs. I said, "Lord, where is this fear coming from? In the name of Jesus." So I still struggle. I'm still struggling with things. But now that I know how, you know what I'm saying, get to, like, now that I know I done got to the root. Yeah, I know. I know what that is. Let me get in my prayer cry. Let me pray. Let me fast. Cause I still, you know, no ma'am. So things are still gonna come up against your life. Things are still gonna be attacked. Especially when you breaking chains. When you break a chain, the devil don't like that. The devil don't like that. So now it shows up in different forms and different things that don't look familiar. Just try to, you know. But God is on my side, baby girl. He's on my side. He's literally guiding me. I'm not the perfect Christian. Even in 2010, I remember in 2023, God told me to stop trolling. I'm the type of person, listen, I love to laugh. I love to joke. My heart, my intention is never to make, like, was never to be messy. Never to, you know what I'm saying, egg it on, or, you know, I'm the type of person, baby, I would joke in a funeral. But God was telling me in this season to put away your childish ways, because it wasn't going to align with who you called to be. It wasn't aligned with who you called to be. So I had to. He said, don't you, when people go live, don't you get on there, and these local people, don't you get on there joking and playing, because I was convicted because one of the girls, she was just like, and you supposed to be this what she say? And you supposed to be, you be doing all that preaching and doing all this, and you being positive, trying to be all positive, but you be on here egging on and being messy. I be knowing people talking about me, but that was conviction for me. I couldn't let flesh win and say, you know, because I wanted to share and say, first of all, this is a playground to me. But I realized, you know, God was saying that's conviction for you. And only reason why I didn't embarrass you and let her call you out, none of that, because you was protected in the area, because I know your heart, for real. I know your intentions, and that was not your intentions to be, you know what I'm saying, messy. So he said, don't do it, don't do that no more. And I didn't. I made a post. It was funny, you know what I'm saying. I said, since y'all just be so sensitive, I said, y'all ain't got never worry about me. Never worry about me coming and none of that. But whole time God was just convicting me, you know, and I put that in the state. I said, you know, God told me not to, you know, do it. And when I be just, you know, just saying thing about Holy Spirit, I don't be, you know what I'm saying, I be for real. But there's just a comedy in me. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they God he was convicting me. He said, you can't do it no more. And I didn't. I was obedient. He said that didn't align who you was called to be, because when you released, and that just made sense. It's 2025, that was 23. When you released this podcast and you still trolling, you still doing stuff like that on the internet, people are not gonna take you serious. Those main people that you wanna target, those people that's going through things mentally, Because I never look down on people, nobody going live. Because you know what I'm saying, I never look down at those people. I never say, you know, how she can go live, you know, telling her, you know what I'm saying. People be needing somebody to talk to, bro. People be going through things mentally, and they need to, you know, let that stuff ride, let that stuff get to them, and they don't have nobody to talk to. They don't have nobody to say, hey, don't go live. Hey, just come. I'm finna pull up. I'm finna talk. We finna talk. So they push that live button. The whole time I'm just trying to make people laugh, make people, you know what I'm saying, find the humor out of the situation. But then people be mad. Them people be going through things for real. So he said, you know, if you want to, and that's your audience. Them people you want people to take you. You want people to take you serious. You want people to say, dang, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, learn from you. A lot of black people, they don't understand. We can learn from each other. You don't look at nobody. You can't look at nobody and say, you know, she thinks she all that because she know it all, or she healing, or she, you know what I'm saying. No. I look at people that, you know what I'm saying, that doing better than me, that, you know, and I be like, dang, you know what I'm saying, that what's up, man, that what's up. And when I say I love that for you, I love that for you. That's my favorite. I love that for you, like, for real. And I be meaning it. So a lot of things I had to put away, a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, wasn't aligned, and it made sense. I ain't know nothing about no podcast. I ain't know who got, you know, if you want to become, you got to become it. So y'all my witness. I had stopped. A lot of people can be my witness. I had stopped that year. I mean, I stopped. I ain't did it ever since. I used to be the biggest troll, just laughing. People just laughing at my comment. Just a comment, y'all got more laughs on the comment than the doggone live. But that was just bringing me, that was just, you know, laugh and just make me so, like, happy, bro. Just knowing I can make somebody else laugh, they're just feeding, they're just feeding me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just feeding me. But in some ways, that was being childish. You know what I'm saying? I can be funny and stuff, but it's, those are people that you want to listen. You want people to take you serious. Them your people you want them to take you serious. Put away your childish way, and I did. Like, your words really have to match the calling. My words really had to match the calling. It did. I can't be double-minded. I can't, you know, I gotta pick a side. I always wanted to encourage. I got a gift to encourage people. So if you're gonna encourage. Don't be encouraging and then, you know what I'm saying, laughing at the BS. I said, well, God, I ain't gonna be on there saying, don't do this, girls, y'all are beautiful. I said, that's not, you know, that I'm not gonna be nothing I'm not. So I'm just gonna still tune in, but I'm just stay there. I'm just gonna sit there. You know, one day I may come, you know, God may tell me, okay, I need you to be that person where you just go in there and be the peace. He gonna have to tell me that himself. Cause until then, I'm just gonna listen. Until he tell me, don't even be on there. Don't even log in and listen to that mess. He gonna have to tell me that. Really has, like, this journey has really, like, I've just so much gratitude, bro. Like, so much. I'm so grateful, and I really can say I'm so grateful for the storms. I'm so grateful for the anxiety. I'm so grateful for the depression. Like, I'm so grateful for it. I can look back and say I'm so grateful for the uncomfortable pain. I am, because it built something in me. It built my character. It built, like, who I'm called to be. And God ain't finished me yet. That's the God. He ain't finished with me yet. I can't wait to be on here just so fluently, just talking and just, you know, fluently. That's one thing I've been praying about. Like, Lord, help me with my, you know, my words, and help me to just calm down. Help me just, you know what I'm saying? Because one day I'm gonna talk to millions of people, and I'm gonna have to talk, stand on the mic, and I can't be on there. He building me for that. He preparing me for that. Just like he was preparing me when I released my TikTok stories, my chapters. He's preparing me for this moment. So he's building my character. He's building the way I talk, the way I walk, the way I present myself. He is. And the gag is, I still deal with depression. I still deal with anxiety. I still want to be liked. I still struggle with rejection. And I still have mental battles. Still. But the most thing, the people with mental health battles, they got so much, you know, got in store for them. Got to get it, you know. They just got to figure it out. It's just I figure it out. So it's some seasons I still struggle with those things. But those things don't define me, who I am. I am not my anxiety. I am not I'm depression. And I still, I still want to be liked. So I deal with rejection. I don't take rejection too easy. I still in the midst. But this time it's a little different. Even though I'm still, God still developed me in the still. I still know how to get that lesson out of it. What God, what are you trying to teach me? I'm coming out of my mental health battles with new strategies, new ways, new thinking to help somebody else. He gave me the tools. Calm down. Like I face everything heads on. Everything it heads on now. He revealed everything that was hidden. Everything. I now face everything. I face it. Instead of running from it, I face it. I don't stay there. I just look for the lessons. I look for the lessons in the things that she's showing me in that storm. I look for the teachable moments. God, what are you trying to teach me in this moment? I do. And like I said, when you say, God, show me the people that's around me, don't forget you. He showed me. He showed me the things I need to work on. Even friendship failed, he showed me the things that I could have did better. Just because it's your friend, you can't dim yourself into just to be like them and talk messy. You can't do that. So he removed them. Okay, you ain't gonna understand. You gotta be the light. You gotta be a leader, not a follower. So the people that I love so dearly, yeah, it's time for you to cut ties with them, because if not, it's just gonna set you back. You ain't gonna understand. You need that you going forward and not backwards. You don't understand that you on a different level than other people spiritually. I had to hug that little girl. That little girl that was so sad. That little girl who cried every night. And that's when the devil planted something in her. I cried every night. Sometimes I didn't even know why I was crying, but I knew it was just a routine to cry. I seen shapes and shadows. Having dreams where I can't move. What them call paralyzed dreams, whatever they call. The scariest things. Scariest thing. I had to work day in, day out. Barely work. I ain't worried about no school work. I ain't have people to say keep going. I ain't have people to say, if you do this, I'm gonna give you all A's. I mean, if you make all A's, I'm gonna give you this. If you do this, I'm proud of you, JoJo. I ain't do that. I ain't had it. I'm just trying to work so I can have this lifestyle and dress up my pain. Really dress up my pain. I got buying Jordans every week. Clothes. I'm dressing up my pain. Even when I had the money, I'm going out still in Chuck Taylors because I wanted to look good. But I was dying inside, but I wanted to look good. I wanted to dress that pain up. He showed me grieving. You gotta grieve. You gotta grieve. You gotta sit in it. Showed me how to grieve. Still grieving. He said, don't know if it's gonna ever stop grieving, but instead of running from it, grieve. Instead of sucking it up, crying in the shower, grieve. Grieve that friendship. Grieve your dad. That boldness, spirit, just being able to stand up against spirit, stand up against the people that I love and say, hey, you need to work on this. We're not letting the devil win. Even if I see those people moving a certain way towards me, thinking you know, she thinks she all that. That ain't the case. If God gave me the wisdom, why won't I share it? Why won't I share it? Because I want us all to make it. And I'm not talking about materialistic. I want us to make it, bro. Mentally. It's a bloodline. It's a bloodline curse. Mental health, depression, all those things. I had to get down to it. I had to get down to those bloodline curses. Yeah, this is why I can't come out of this, because it's a bloodline curse. So whole time I'm thinking I'm finna get a relationship with God. My life finna go back. You know, my life finna go good. Because I had been living in bondage since I was a little girl. Had been crying. Had been trying, you know, in survival mode. I had been scared to show my emotions. Silent. I stayed silent until all that stuff built up into me. And I had anxiety attacks back to back for 2 years straight. So long, had such a big toll on my body. I was pain, sharp pain, chest pains, headaches. I'm going through MRIs, crying. MRIs scary. I'm scared. Whole time, all of that was just unhealed trauma. Just built up. So when I say stress will kill you faster than anything, it will. And that's why this podcast has been birthed. I'm so ready to help millions of people, bro. I'm so ready to help girls like me, bro, who go through things alone, behind closed doors, but still get up and dress it up. I want y'all to know that you're not alone, bro. I want y'all to know that I struggle with things too. A girl that show up and just laugh and just have a good time. Everybody can just count on JoJo to have a good time. Whole time I'm broken too. Pillow stayed wet as a little girl. People say, yeah, she spoiled. I wasn't spoiled. I was doing it for myself. It sounded good. I wanted people to look at me and say she's spoiled by her parents and stuff, but I ain't had it. In fact, I had to really move out my grandma's house because it was so demonic. It's so many fears coming in and out, so many people living in and out, and I'm so insensitive, so spiritual and sensitive too, as well, physically, emotionally, all that. So I'm 17, moving out my grandma's house. We was staying in the shelter. We were staying in one room in my grandma's house, but my grandma had so much going in her house. We were going to shelters. So all that I'm playing in my mind, like I gotta get it. When I had my kids, I don't want them to go through things I went through, and just gotta get it. And that stuff like took me out. If it didn't take me out, I would have been in a straitjacket. So I don't look down on nobody, bro. I don't look down on nobody. Anybody can have a mental breakdown. Anybody can go through it mentally. Anybody can be straight this day and crazy the next day. All because they ain't talking about it. All because they ain't facing their problems. And if God want me to tell my story because it's going to help somebody else, and it's always been me to help and encourage, then let's get it. I'm so excited, bro. I'm so happy for what God is doing in my life. I'm so happy to just be in a helping hand to help somebody else mentally, bro. This journey has been challenging, but it's been amazing, and it's been a blessing. And I can't wait to hear about the stories that people are going to come out of bondage and coming out of their mental struggles. I can't wait. I made a video on TikTok when that song, Lord, I could have been dead and gone, but you're so different. You decided to save me. Oh, and I'm grateful.
Thought it was gonna break you, but I sent it to make you. I hear the Lord say, you thought it was time then, but I needed to process you. It's time now, it's time now, it's time now, it's time now. I hear the Lord say, I'm so proud of you. You made it, you made it, you made it, you made it.
Okay, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this video.
You made it, you made it.
Okay, I just got my lashes done.
You made it. You thought it was gonna break you,
She got my
but I
lashes done,
sent
baby.
it to make you. I'm about to
Y'all,
do.
I'm so grateful, y'all. I'm so thankful, bro.
Any day now, any day now.
Just the things that I've seen, the things that I've been through, the things that my mind just, just been racing. The things that I held and didn't tell nobody. Going through things by myself.
God, you can do it for me.
And just to see the
God, you can
transformation,
do it for me.
I'm so happy. And when I say it is a God, bro.
He's saying, I'm so proud of you.
It took me to have postpartum depression to really
I'm
just say,
so
yeah,
proud
I'm
of
tired
you.
of this. I've been going through this since I was a little girl.
So proud of you. When I told you to let him go, you let him go, even though it broke your heart.
But he said, nah.
When I told you to let him go, you let him go, even when it broke your
You gotta
heart.
face everything. You gotta face all of it. And I did. He's still working on me.
When I told you it wasn't your door, you didn't give up on me. I'm so proud of you.
This first season of these episodes has been amazing, y'all.
He's singing over us. I'm so proud of
I
you.
hope y'all enjoyed it. I really did. I really do hope y'all enjoyed it. And I just wanted to give y'all the insight of who I am and the things that I went through throughout my life, so y'all can see the truth, so y'all can understand. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people they ain't seen this side of me. They don't know I went through a lot of things. They don't know I went through a lot of things mentally. So, yeah. So y'all know I gotta leave y'all with some words of encouragement before y'all leave, okay? Here we go. After transforming, I didn't fully understand what God was doing until around 2023. I knew I was growing, but I didn't realize that growth required more than behavior changes. It required a complete shift in how I talked and how I thought. My mindset had to change from negativity to intentional positivity. My mindset had to change from negative to positivity. I really knew something had changed in 2024 when I started thanking God for my problems. I began to understand that storms don't come with purpose, that nothing just happens, I started saying everything happens for a reason. And I know people might think that's just something I say, but I know it's true. God He taught me to ask, what are you trying to teach me in this moment? I stopped asking, God, Lord, why me? And started saying, Lord, what are you trying to show me? I don't want people to look at me and think my life is perfect. I want people to say, if JoJo can go through everything she's been through and still give God thanks, still be kind, still smile, then Lord, help me get through my storm too. Because I'm not perfect. I still go through things. I still fall short. I still have learning and growing to do. There was easing a season where I had to stop trolling on the internet. Not because I'm better than anyone, but because it wasn't aligned with who God was calling me to be. My words had to match my calling. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for everything God allowed me to experience, even the hard parts. Because the truth is, I still have anxiety. I still feel depression at times. I still want to be liked. I still struggle with rejection. I still wrestle with my mental health. The mind is powerful and dangerous at the same time, because it's trained to stay in fight mode, and you literally have to stop it from you literally have to stop it and retrain it to think differently. God allowed me to face everything that was hidden, and now when those struggles shows up, I face them heads on. I don't camp there. I look for the lessons. I look for the teachable moments. This journey hasn't just been hard. It's been amazing. And it's been a blessing. Woo! Thank y'all for tuning in to season 1 of Get to the Root. This is the end of season 1. We will be back season 2. I cannot say when, but it'll be soon. It won't be no months or weeks. You know, it'll probably be a week later. Then I'll probably take a break this week, and I come back. You know, however that happens, it happens. But you know, I'll be back. And like I said, y'all continue to like, comment, y'all continue to like, comment, and okay. Y'all continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that post notes. Y'all continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn that post notification bell so you can notify whenever we post a video. And I also forgot to talk about the mind, y'all. The mind is very powerful. The mind is scientifically proven that their brain is in fight mode, and you have to literally think it to think positive, and you have to literally train it all over again. So keep that in mind. Do your research about the mind, okay? But yeah, I love y'all. I have Valentine's Day. Don't forget to love on yourself this week, baby, okay? Okay, it's Monday. I got my lashes done, got my hair done yesterday, and I get a massage Thursday, Wednesday. Get my nails done Thursday, Friday. Get my hair done Friday, and I don't know what I got to do Saturday, but I'm gonna love on me continually, okay? Like I said, don't go and spend no unnecessary money, however that may look. Just, you know what I'm saying, go buy you some crayons and color or whatever. Go sit the light. I mean, not the light. Go sit the lake. Do something different this week and love on yourself. Y'all, I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. For the people that supported me. I love God's people, period, whether they like me or not. But I love y'all. For the people that supported me, for the people that's watching. Malik, I love you. That's my homegirl, y'all. I love her. I love her. Even the times where I had to, you know, set my boundaries or whatever, and I told her things, and she didn't switch out who she was. She didn't get weird with me. She accepted it. She supported me. I love her. I love you, Lee. So yeah, love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Bye.